Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Winning Approach podcast. I'm Dr. Freida Henderson, and today I am so glad that you have joined me for this episode. And so today we're going to start a new conversation. This conversation is called The Reality of Pain. Let's talk about the reality of pain. This one is real, it's raw, but I believe it's necessary. I truly believe that this is going to help someone that listens to this. So let's talk about pain when it feels personal. So there was a time in my life when I didn't understand why I had to go through so many things and why things were so tough. And, I didn't understand why people were walking away. I didn't understand why, relationships failed. I didn't understand why doors were closing that I thought that God had opened. Have you ever been there? But I found out that is the place where I started asking God, why me? Like, why am I going through this? What did I do to deserve this? Like, really, have you ever been there? But what I didn't realize was that God was writing a story that will become my message. He was preparing the winning approach, not a brand, but as a testimony. See, pain as a place of preparation. Sometimes we don't realize that place of pain is really a place of preparation. Pain is not punishment, but it's being used as preparation. It's God's way to build something on the inside of us that could have never been built in a place of comfort, that could have never been built in our comfort zone. When we feel broken, oftentimes that's God reshaping us. When we feel rejected, a lot of times that's really God redirecting us. That's God really redirecting us away. Come on here from what we're trying so desperately to be included in, whether that's somebody's life, a group or whatever. He's redirecting us. And when we feel forgotten, it's sometimes it's God hiding us until the appointed time. We ready to just jump out there, and he said, not yet, not yet. So maybe you've been there. Maybe you've questioned your worth because of what you've been through or what you may be going through even right now. Maybe you've looked at your life and you're thinking, how can God use or do anything with this mess that I've created or with this mess that is my life? But I want you to hear me clearly today. Your pain is not your identity. It's just the place where your purpose begins. Your place is not your identity. You are not what you went through, okay? It's just the place where your purpose began. See, every tear that you've cried has purpose. Every loss that you've faced has a lesson. And every closed door was God's protection. I learned a while ago to stop trying to escape the pain, the different circumstances, situations, some things that, I didn't bring them on myself. I didn't cause it, but it happened. Life was lifing. But what I started doing, and I know there's some people that are going to view this and they're going to laugh because they know this to be true because they know me personally. I literally started saying, when stuff would happen to me, I would say, Lord, what is it that you're trying to teach me? What is it I'm supposed to get out of this? Because surely there has to be a lesson in this because this came from out of nowhere. This, this, I didn't do anything to deserve this. There has to be a lesson in this. And you know what God began to show me? He began to show me that what I was going through was not to break me, but He was birthing something in me. At that particular time, this particular situation, He was birthing the winning approach. So the winning approach was born or birthed from my brokenness because I needed to know that as a woman of God and that as a man of God, that we could recover, that we could rebuild, and that we could rise again from whatever life had thrown at us, whatever life had taken from us. Come on. And so whatever life had used to try to stop us, but I needed to know that I could recover from losing everything, that I could rebuild. Come on, from everything around me crumbling, and that I could rise again from the ashes and the shame and the discouragement. I needed to know that. So when we're going through and we're in the middle of that pain, it tempts us to want to quit. It tempts us to say stuff like, this is too much. Have you ever said that? Because Lord knows I've said it. Like, this is too much. But I want you to remember this. Pain is temporary, but purpose is eternal. See, God uses our pain to push us into places that we would have never gone into on our own. Okay? But James lets us know, the book of James let us know, count it all joy, my brethren, when you fall into diverse temptation, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. See, your faith is being refined through the fire. It's not being destroyed in the fire. So I want you to take a moment and I want you to ask yourself, what is my pain trying to teach me? What has my pain been trying to teach me? Maybe it was trying to teach you to trust again. Maybe it was trying to teach you to learn how to let go. Maybe it was trying to teach you your value was not with who walked away. It was never in who walked away, but it was always in God who stayed. The word of God lets us know that He will never leave us, nor will He ever forsake us. So it was in Him. It was in Him who stayed. When I look back now, I see that my pain had purpose. It birthed a movement to teach men and women how to win again, not by avoiding their pain, but by allowing their pain to reshape them. See, that's what the winning approach is really all about. It's about rebuilding confidence, rediscovering your purpose, and reflecting your true worth. So today, if you're listening and you're in that place of pain and you're in that place of not understanding, what is really going on, what's the reality of this pain, this disappointment, this hurt, this discouragement that I'm going through, I want you to know something, that your story, it's not over. Now God he's still writing it. And I know He knows our beginning from our end, but as we walk through this life and we go on the path that He has for us, we begin to see what our purpose is, and we begin to see why this happened. I am telling you, I am honestly not making this up. I have thanked the Lord many days for things that I have gone through. Now, because I realized and I see how what I had to go through, that it had purpose, and that purpose, I see the results of it helping others. I see the results of lives being changed. I see the results of men and women who have lost everything, being able to smile again, love again, rebuild again. Going from that place of sitting in the corner and rocking and not understanding, to saying, you know what, I got a business in me. You know what, I got a book in me. You know what, I got ministry in me, and they're doing it. So I went through so that I could understand that God was able, that He was able to rebuild the confidence that was already in me, but I needed to go through it to know that what I thought as purpose for my life, because something didn't work out. And then now I'm thinking, well, my life has no purpose. But no, I had to rediscover my purpose, and I did. And so now I can help others. And so you too will understand, maybe, not right at this moment. And then there's those that are listening or watching this, that have discovered that thing, that hurt, that pain, that discouragement, that broken place was the very thing that the Lord used to help you to heal somebody else, to help you to be able to speak life into someone else, to help you to really be able to lend a hand and lift somebody else up out of a place that you were once in, and you thought you might stay there forever. But because you came out, now you're willing to help others come out. So as I close today, I want to say this: you are stronger than you think. You are wiser than you even know. And you're becoming exactly who God created you to be. Even through your pain, that's the reality of your pain, that it has purpose. So don't you give up. Don't you stop pressing. And don't let the pain convince you that God has left you, because He's right there, and He's turning that thing for your good. I'm Dr. Freida Henderson. And remember, in all you do, keep the winning approach. I look forward to seeing you again on the next episode of the Winning Approach podcast. Bye-bye for now.